up in Homewood, so keep in mind when you're talking to me that this is a place that I loved growing up as a kid.
It's so important to know the neighborhood that you're coming into, that you're going to work within, that you have a project for. You can't just work the neighborhood for that project. You've got to know the people. You got to know the boundaries of it, the cultural, the way people live and breathe each day.
Being in Homewood allows a person the opportunity to learn about the neighborhood, but on a more personal level, which I believe is very important, especially when it comes to relationship building. So a place, a people, a neighborhood, a culture that was once unfamiliar becomes familiar. We want to make sure that we demystify what people hear about these neighborhoods on the news and in the media, because they're really full of good, genuine people who just care about their communities, care about connecting to opportunities that the University of Pittsburgh can provide, and ultimately care about staying in their neighborhoods.
There's been 101 students, faculty, staff who look like me, who look like you, who talk like me and talk like you, who come in and out of communities all the time, right? It's the transient nature of being a student, right? You're here for a period of time, then you move on from there. We have to be able to provide a greater depth of trust development. And I think we can do that in a briefer period of time with, I almost consider them like trust booster shots, like direct service, right? Volunteer time, spending time in the community. And there's also just a bunch of cool things going on in Homewood from time to time, right? Community block parties, community events that are open, either coordinated through the CEC or other community providers that give you a chance to just come in and become known. So I remember one of my favorite learnings in my, from one of my early mentors was they were highlighting somebody of importance in Pittsburgh, I think, and I said, I know that person. And he looked at me and said, but do they know you? That volunteer service is a great way to become known in the community, right? Have some sort of early impact and recognition, right? It's also walking the walk, right? I come in as a student wanting to do a research project or engage in a community betterment project or participate in some of the really cool stuff that's happening between the university and the community of Homewood, but becoming a known commodity is a really important thing.
Whenever I'm asked a question about, why is it important to know the history of a place, the history of a neighborhood, it's important because we can learn from the past. We can take the good things, we can also learn from the not so good things, and making sure that we're not doing it in the same manner that it may have been done in the past, but doing it in a way that is intentional, that is inclusive, that is open to different thoughts and different ideas, that inspires and encourages people all around.
The easiest way for Pitt students and staff to get involved in Homewood is, once again, going to the meetings, meeting people on their level, walking around the street, looking, listening.
It doesn't have to be viewed as something that's additional work, right? I'm going to have a coffee over at Panera. No, I'm actually going to take the bus right over to Homewood and have a coffee at Everyday Cafe, right? I want to find a place to study. I'm actually going to go over to the Homewood branch of the Carnegie Library and see what that's like over there. Just experience things a little bit.